Rachel, I'm going to educate you. Avital and I learned Perek Shlishi of Pirkei Avot. We learned the first Mishnah. And it reads as follows. Akavia ben Mehalalel Omer, Histakel bishlosha dvarim ve'en ata validei avera. Akavia ben Mehalalel said, consider three things and you will not come into the grip of sin. Da me'ayin bata ule'an ata holech v'lifnei mi ata atid liten din v'chashbon. Know whence you came, whither you go, and before whom you will give justification and reckoning. Me'ayin bata mitipas rucha. Whence you came? From a putrid drop. Ule'an ata holech limkom afar ima v'tolea. Whither you go? To a place of dust, worms, and maggots. V'lifnei mi ata atid liten din v'chashbon, lifnei melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. And before whom you will give justification and reckoning? Before the King who reigns over kings, the Holy One, blessed is He. So in this Mishnah, there's an interesting division between physical, lowly places and an elevated action. Essentially what the Mishnah is saying, where did we come from? We came from a putrid drop. Where are we going? We're going into the earth, and not nice things are going to happen there. But ultimately, what are we going to be doing? We are going to be giving, the English translation in Art Scroll is justification. They mistranslated it, it's deen. We're going to be giving justice and reckoning before God, before the King of Kings. So what's interesting about this also is the fact that we are going to be giving justice. Normally you'd think that God would be doling out justice. So Avital and I were thinking that ultimately what this Mishnah is saying is where you come from and where you're going and where you are doesn't matter. You can be living in a palace, you can be a peasant, whatever. But ultimately, none of that matters. What does matter is what you do with your life. Because, again, we have the lowly places and the elevated action. And partly what makes this action elevated is the fact that through our lives, our actions determine the justice that is going to be doled out to us later on. So in essence, by doing good deeds or bad deeds, we are determining our own justice.
Would you like to say anything else to Rachel?
Would I like to say anything else? Rachel, you are awesome, girl. You are the most inspiring person ever. Avital, don't shrink back from me. None of that. None of that right now. So, we miss you and wish you could be here and answer my phone call. You might have done that already. My phone was ringing, but